Hey everybody, clearing. So I actually just tried to start this recording. I got it wrong, a little wrong. So I didn't have my mic plugged in and I pulled the first two cards before I noticed. The question was that I got on meditation, what are the masculines most looking forward to in their lives? And I started on the emotional layer. So we literally got self-love. This is what the masculine is looking forward to emotionally. So how self-love supports emotionally with a totally new beginning in the physical. So this shows me that over the last while, the masculines have really dialed in the idea of self-love, the feeling of what that feels like to put self first and to fill up their own cup. And now getting ready to really make that a way of life. That's what the masculines are most emotionally excited for. What are the masculines most consciously looking forward to? What thoughts, I'm hearing what manifestations are on the masculines' minds? What ideas are the masculines? Oh. Partnership, partner in the physical, aligning with divine feminine, and coming out of separation. This is really cool. So the masculine consciousness is focused on how to meet the feminine in that place, and look at that. This divine feminine, this Queen of Pentacles in the After Tarot, she has come into her own in her own right, and she's holding up her own pentacle for not only the world to see, but most importantly for her to see. She's got pride, self-love. She's embodied that. The feminine has activated. Here's the masculine working on that, on a heart level, emotions, same pentacle. So the masculine's getting ready to pick up that pentacle and say, cheers, I'm here. I'm not in separation from you anymore. There's no lack. I've found the abundance within myself. Beautiful. So the masculines are looking forward to being able to meet the feminine in that alignment and not be in separation any longer. This talks about the self-worth issues, the worthiness that the masculines have correlated between the way they treat themselves, the way they allow others to treat them, self-love, and how they have shied away from connection with the feminine in the past because of not feeling worthy. How separation has been something that they can be more accountable for as they come into the worthiness. They know that brings them into alignment with the feminine. Oh, that's so beautiful. What are the masculines most excited about in their physical world at this time? Okay, we got quite a few. It landed on the feminine card. Ah. Oh, okay, so we're actually getting communication. I'm going to leave the next ones here because I don't even want to look at them just yet. But look, we have counterparts again. We have the masculine and the feminine, Queen of Cups and King of Cups. The Page of Swords is internet spying, research, studying things like this connection. A couple messages. First off, if this is just the masculines, this is their own intuitive psychic abilities, and maybe researching how to up that ability, that skill set. Energetic communication is here, but this is also physical communication, like text messages and over the internet. This can be love messages. When we have the King and Queen of Cups, those are the King and Queen of the emotions. So the masculine in this card is pouring his emotions out, speaking, likely, sharing that with the feminine. In the reverse, it's like the feminine doesn't see this coming. The masculine's waiting for the right time to share these emotions, to trust his intuition, their intuition, and to bring the communication into the upright here. So the masculines are most excited to be given the green light from the divine, from their own intuitive knowing, maybe even the wording to do this. They want to surprise the feminine. They want to be so masterful at this that the feminine won't see it coming, and it will delight them. What else do we see? A lot of excitement here. Oh, wow. Are you kidding? So we have all of the kings, except for the King of Swords showing up. Here's the King of Wands, my divine masculine card. King of Pentacles, my committed partner card. King of Cups, the guy who is so in love and in this deck is finally saying something about it. King of Wands is the passionate sexual king as well, the shaman too, spirit-led. That's in the reverse. This is the card of single autonomous energy that we've been seeing in yesterday's reading. And this is the balancing and changing in the physical. So let me unify this. The king we don't have is the King of Swords, which is the one that speaks the truth. So what I'm seeing here is the masculines are really getting clear on self-love. Knight to the King of Cups. They are deepening in their understanding of what true loving, self-loving accountability is, so that they can bring their emotional authenticity to the connection with the feminine. They're also wanting to show up in the physical and make these changes to be this physical partner with the Queen of Coins in her own right, who has come into this worthiness and self-love. The masculine is working on taming the ego and perseverance to come forward in that same way. And then this growing passion under the surface that seems to be hinged on whether or not the masculine is fully empowered to come forward in a sexual connection yet. This is the card of being single, and this card of, I do want to say sexual monogamy, but also commitment, loyalty, beyond just the physical show. This is a spiritual purity. So the heart of hearts being in alignment with no other energies is what I'm feeling. So there is a becoming. The masculine is excited to streamline all of these kingly aspects. When you get 4 kings, it's the emperor. So we basically have the 4 kings, because the speaking of the truth with the King of Swords isn't here, but it's accentuated when we have all the other 3. And so all together, those energies make the emperor. So the masculines are really still understanding that they really want to come forward fully, and they're understanding where they're at on that process. So masculines, it looks like you still need to do a little bit more self-love that brings you into this total sovereignty, so that you can be totally passionately connected with your feminine completely. But you're so excited to bring this into the physical. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's like emotionally starting off small, taking things slow but authentically, and then all of this kingly energy. It's so divine, I want to say. So let's see what the spirit guidance is for the masculines that this is resonating for. Learn from the past. Time to collaborate. It's in the reverse, so it might still be not quite time. We did see some timing, some waiting on divine inspiration there, that green light, the nudge. So it's almost time to collaborate, and then dream the world into being. I'm really getting for you masculines, the spirit advice is continuing to listen to your own intuitive guidance, your own psychic assessment of the situation, trusting yourself, loving yourself, knowing this is coming, it's guaranteed, and you will be designing your new life with your feminine. So if you are feeling, masculine, that this is still too good to be true, that it might be all in your head, that you're not quite sure, put down those misconceptions, that disbelief, and just know it's coming. You're allowed to dream your ideal world, your spirit-guided world into existence, and you will be given the opportunity to collaborate with your feminine in true partnership over it. You do not have to do it alone. The time is coming where you are going to collaborate with your feminine on a dream life. That is so beautiful. So let's see, what do the feminines most need to know regarding that energy? What we've just seen, the way the masculines are completely focused on streamlining this. What is it that the feminines most need to be aware of? What is the spirit guidance for the feminines? What should the feminines be doing about their own side of the energy? The Queen of Swords came out with the Cup of Love. Oh, it landed kind of like that. So the Queen of Swords, this is the counterpart to the King that didn't show up of the four. And she is the knowing, the all-perceiving, the one that through first-hand experience knows the truth. So sit on the truth of your connection, feminines. The truth is the unconditional love, the openness, the curiosity, the readiness, the receptivity. So feminines, sit on the truth of this. Don't get overly emotional. This is head over heart, but look at all of this unconditional love in escrow, in waiting, in kinetic potential that will be inspired when your masculine authentically steps forward, when it's time, when they are autonomous completely. It will be on all levels. It will be fully. So just know that until that happens, you are meant to stay in your readiness, your receptivity, and allow this cup of love to grow in your own life, your own heart. In the meantime, your own service in the world, I'm hearing. So keep your emotional balance. Stay in alignment with truthful thoughts. When we tell ourselves horrific things like we don't deserve this love, that it's not coming, we're not worthy, we've been abandoned, throw those out. Come back into the truth that you have been shown a love like this. It is beneficial in your life. You can utilize it for the appropriate thankfulness and gratitude in your life, and that it doesn't have to cause you pain. But stay in your emotional balance and understand that when it is appropriate, this love light will be switched back on, and there will be an overflowing of opportunity to connect with your masculine in that way. But you're being asked to wait in balance, in truth, until that happens in your connection, and to maintain that cutting edge as you go forward in union, I'm hearing. So I'm just going to leave that there. That is so beautiful, and I feel such a calm, genuine confirmation with that, with the energy. Okay, let's go into what the masculines are thinking about the connection today. There's that King of Swords. That is the counterpart. She's looking right at him. I just did that on the cut. It's the orbs in this deck, but same thing. See the sword? Amazing. So what are the masculines thinking about the connection? That means they want to speak their truth. What are they feeling about the connection? And the feminine on the heart space. What are they wishing for the connection at this time? What actions are being taken? What is your biggest block, masculines? And how can the divine shed some light on that solution? All the Four of Wands and the Magician. Where is the connection going in the near future? Okay. What are the masculines thinking about the connection? We got the Sun card at the top again. Full-blown enlightenment, continuing from yesterday. Ooh, if you're just joining me, go and look at yesterday's reading, because this is absolutely, the masculines are on fire for this connection, for their life, for the momentum that's gathering. We have the Six of Cups, so this is the reunion card. Interesting. So the Six of Cups has to do with the inner child. It can also relate to considering the children. And it also has to do with reunion and soulmate connection. In this deck, what I'm really getting, because there is a parent, we'll say, offering love to the child, some of the current mindset that masculines that resonate with children, or may have children, or children may be involved in your connection, they're really in high council right now with their guides, masculines looking for how to harmonize children in the relationship fully. They're believing in the potentials and the possibilities regarding their own children, your children, blending families, so that they are working the puzzle about any last remaining misconceptions that wouldn't work, that wouldn't be appropriate. So beautiful masculines, you're really open on every level to seeing if this love is divine, asking the divine to shed light on how the children can be best supported in this with the most magical cup of self-love that they can be imprinted with through this situation. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, if this does not have to do with children, this can be inner child themes. So this is also saying that masculines are seeing how their own inner child healing, their own imprinting has been a factor with withholding from union, withholding from a reunion, and all of that's coming to light right now so that the masculines can relax and forgive themselves and others. That's part of the self-love work, and letting go so that this sunshine can shine again on your connection, divine feminine. Okay, how are the masculines feeling in the heart space? Did we get this? I have done personal readings since yesterday, and here she is again. Same thing, consistency. Wow, for any twins out there that are feeling like the masculine is always going to be the runner, this is 2 days solid in a row being brought up here. Oh, and the devil. Wow, this is some intense sexual passion. The devil is the very physicality of the lovers. It's the material realm. This is really deep craving for sensual connection with the feminine, but this is the ascended divine feminine, so the masculines are incredibly focused on what making love to the feminine would offer for those who have not made love as divine counterparts, and for those who have, this is a pull. This is such an intense magnetic attraction here. It's the kind of feeling that it cannot be denied. It cannot be resisted any longer, and it's got to come into the physical at this point. The masculines know they've got to do this. I'm hearing before they die. So it's on the masculine's bucket list, but all jokes aside, I'm feeling that the masculines are so into you, feminine, that they feel as though they will die if they don't experience sacred lovemaking with you. Wow. The redemption of the 3D. This is real Tantra. This is everything that sacred connection would offer. This Queen of Swords is staring at me saying, keep your wits about you, divine feminines. It's okay if you're not in a full-blown emotional experiencing of your masculine's desire this way, you are actually in 0 point, waiting for the appropriate advances and waiting for the appropriate show of that green light energy when the masculines are actually able to move forward in this way, with that King of Wands that was in the reverse and the card of being single, autonomous. This energy is inspiring the masculines to free themselves from whatever it actually is that's holding them back from being your true counterpart, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. So just know that this intensifying of the sexual desire is actually a really major catalyst for the masculine's progression towards becoming possibly single for your connection, or removing themselves from anything that's been keeping you apart geographically, time-wise, anything. Can be work, can be physical location, anything. That pull is causing them to rethink what else they have going on in their lives. And so it's cool that you're just hanging out in cool, calm, collected energy, feminine. So kudos to you, because that's massive for the masculines right now. Okay, what are the masculines wishing for the connection? They're, God help me, I need strength right now. They're saying, they're wishing for that. They know, 9 of Wands, that it's not quite time yet and they have to persevere. The Strength card does come out when the devil's been at play. So there has been, for some masculines, it's become unbearable, the sexual urge towards you feminines. And they are really, really taming the beast right now, because they know that it's not time at the moment, and it is creating the faithfulness and the conviction for that 100%, all the restlessness calmed for other people, other lusts. They're calming that. They're almost at the end of that karmic completion regarding whatever it is that holds back the full experience of the sacred sexual connection you share. Wow. Okay, so what actions are the masculines taking at this time? 5 of Flames, yeah, karmic completion. Again, there are certain things that the masculines are, again, excited for. This came out in what they are most excited for in the physical, making love, getting the green light, sorting their lives. But here we go, the action they're taking. This is the karmic cleanup. This is all the other too many energies being involved, whatever keeps them away from your connection. The World card here in the reverse says that cycle is closing, it's coming to an end. They are trying to wrap this up, and like we've seen, the pull to you and the pull to finalize these things is becoming so strong. It's such an inspiration for the masculines at this time. I'm hearing a little bit of frustration, and I'm actually being told to pull a support card for the masculines that are frustrated over the length of time or the slow progression that this karmic closure is taking. We get self-sustaining systems, fluidity, and abundance. This is a bit of a theme in today's reading, where the masculines are coming into that autonomous energy and being able to hold their own pentacle up and match the feminine. So self-sustaining systems, just keep working on you, masculine. Don't think and worry too much about your feminine or about the frustration in the timing of karmic cleanup. It's exactly right on track. You don't have to worry that your feminine's going to reject you. The twin flames are eternally connected, and it's not like that. You're not going to be abandoned. Focus on your flow, fluidity, and the abundance. This love isn't a trick. The universe is plentiful with the amount of love and experiences you will have with your feminine. So you don't have to worry that time is running out, but time is of the essence, because why not? You love each other. So hop to it. but don't put the pressure of the guilt shame cycles that can come in and waylay the progress, or worse yet, kill your buzz, kill your mood on the route to get to your feminine. Keep your vibe high. Self-sustain, take care of yourself. That's self-love. Self-sustaining system is loving yourself so that you're not needing that from outside of yourself. You're not connected with a externalized pressure. You are just in the moment, in flow. You're doing your best and you're knowing it. So take the frustration out of it. Love yourself unconditionally. You are right where you're meant to be. What's the biggest challenge? Yeah, the karmic cleanup. Here we are again. The 5 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. When these two come out together, I know that whoever they're coming out for, it's an accountability lesson. Really, when we understand what we did to contribute to karmic dynamics, to burden, to inviting those burdens into our life, to agreeing to them, when we understand why we agreed to them, how we agreed to them, when we now know what we didn't know then, these are unhooked and we're freed to that passion. So the masculines are really working on freeing themselves to passion, to be impassioned, to be alive again, to come out from the karmic detours and reignite their flame. What was the clarifier? Oh, and the Page of Cups, self-love. Wow, so this is really reclaiming the power, coming back into self-love, coming back into the healing where they diverged. This card came up for a personal read today, and I do want to reference it again because it really pinpointed crossroads in teenage years where the masculines gave away their power and started being people-pleasing instead of loving self. So reclaim your power, take back those lost, misconceived years, masculines. So that's the biggest challenge, is returning to innocence and recouping lost, or the illusion of lost time, actually. So what is the spirit guidance? Oh, the 5 of Orbs, 5 of Pentacles. We got this one already. This is the separation, but it's in the reverse. So the illusion of separation, the mindset, the faulty thinking. Masculines, trace your thoughts. Trace them to the moments where you experienced lackluster, abandonment, worthiness issues. Do that journey work. Do the soul retrieval to go back into those periods of time where you did take a left turn when you should have gone right. Go back into that and forgive yourself for choosing that way that feels now like it's a frustration or an inconvenience. Embrace the lesson. Take accountability for the thoughts, for the alignment that you were in when you've embarked on learning. But most importantly here, masculines, really return to that self-love that says you haven't gotten it all wrong. You are vast. You do what you want. You are a spiritual cosmonaut living this life. You are a virtuoso. You've delved into and dived into these experiments that life has to offer because you are eternal, because you have the luxury and the novelty to do so in this fully realized conscious life. Masculines, if you're watching my reading, you are a profound spiritual genius. You are in alignment if you found this reading, so good on you. But come out of the faulty thinking. See it for what it is, utilize it for your highest benefit, but do not get stuck there. Move through it with more and more fluidity, align with the abundance. Keep going. And where is the connection headed? Oh, 2 cards. Wow. Higher Self and Hanged Man. This is Divine Feminine, High Priestess, and the 7 of Swords. This is the card of strategy and keeping things on the down low. So there are some decisions to be made about your divine feminine, masculine, and keeping this discreet. So you do have a bit of an energy here in your life, masculine, at this time where it might feel like things are moving a little too quickly because you haven't solved all of the sovereignty issues yet. There are still karmic connections that are vying for your attention. And so this need to be strategic is here in decisions regarding the feminine, but be still and know. It will be shown to you what you're meant to do. And feminines watching this, please be aware that there are some legalistic things that the masculine is trying to overcome. So whether that's mindset and conditional thinking, or if it's actually circumstances in their physical reality that would not be advantageous to just throw caution to the wind and experience the connection full blown right now, be sensitive. Everybody be sensitive. Part of the process of advocating for a love like this is working the karmic puzzle from the inside out. And it's all innovation. Nothing's set in stone. Trust your divine creatorship selves, everybody, and do what's best according to Most High. Go to that place, connection with Source. This is where we get down to the very nitty-gritty, fine-tune love versus fear, and weighing out that appropriate assessment of what love and fear actually look like in real time. It's very complicated. You are specialists. You are divine specialists, twins, in the matters of the heart. This is the way of it. How extraordinarily beautiful. I don't have a clue what I'm going to call this reading, but I love it. Oh yeah, let's do an advice card for each twin. Okay, we're going to go here. What is it that the feminines can see? Flow and release. Go with the flow, feminines. You are falling in love. Release the fear, release the pain. Beginner's eyes. Be fresh. Be fresh. Things are changing. Just like the seasons of nature, this connection is coming in renewed. The masculines have full alignment on their minds, and that is physical. The sensual pull is really bringing the masculines into the alignment in the physical and the romantic and the sensual. So release your fear, feminines. Keep releasing the fear so that you can hold your own as your masculine comes into romantic love with you. And what is it that the masculines are navigating? Protecting true love, protection and love. Masculines, you have been entrusted with this sacred love because you are up for the challenge, and you are protecting all involved. You are so considerate, so kind, so aware, and so multidimensional. You are doing a great job. Your heart is in alignment with love, and that is its own protection, which also means you are safe, masculine. Embrace the safety. It's almost time to put your heart guard down, masculine, and dive into this love. You are getting there. It is so close. Oh, wow. All I feel right now is in love energy and the miraculous becoming. Bye for now.